Greetings, Solid Rock family. You're now tuning in to Solid Rock Entertainment with your host on the Central and Treasure Coast, Sam G. Yeah, that is me. Well, today we're going to talk about the exciting and ecstatic, the movie that's coming out on January 21st, 2024, the One Love movie, the official biopic, cinematic biopic on the legend himself, Robert Nesta Bob Marley, the legend, right? Now, I decided to make my review of this movie, after I know millions and tons of people already have done their version, but to know that, hey, I am one of Bob Marley's biggest supporters ever since I was a youth. So I just laid back, kick back, and make everybody do their review. And now it's my time, the solid moment to do my review on the Bob Marley film, which is coming out. So this is a trailer. So I'm going to give you my review based on what we see here in the trailer, right? And we're going to talk about more about the film as far as who's directing the movie, and so forth and so forth. See? So we're going to get into it right now, and we're going to kick it away like a ball standing tall. You already know how it goes, man. The trailer. I'm excited for this one, man. And I know they did good on this.
Well, jamming. Hope you like jamming too.
How you want to start?
From the beginning. Reggae is the people music. People coming together.
Ooh, yeah.
You know you're a superstar.
All right. Well, jamming.
I'm a superstar.
I wanna jam it with you. And say no foul. We can do it anyhow. Jam until the jam is through.
There's a war going on.
We're jamming.
You can't separate the music and the message.
'Cause every day we pay the price.
And what is the message?
Sacrifice.
Peace.
Oh, life is worth much more than gold.
Bob, they try to kill you and your wife. And now you're choosing to return to Jamaica to play a peace concert? Don't you fear for your life?
So we gonna walk through the roads of creation.
My life is not important to me.
Are you satisfied
My life is for people.
with the life you're living?
Do you really think this world will make it?
Yes. There's no other way.
Exodus,
That's the source of your strength.
we know where we're from. We're leaving Babylon. We're going to a fatherland. We know where we're going. We know where we're from. Open your eyes and look within. Now, 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 now. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with the life you're living?
One love, one heart, one destiny.
We're jamming.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. As you've seen, that was the official trailer for the Bob Marley One Love film, coming out in January 21st, 2024. So we have a few months until we settle in and prepare ourselves to see what this film is all about. Directed by Ronaldo Marcus Green, written by Zach Balin, Frank E. Flowers, Terrence Winter, produced by Ziggy Marley, Rita Cedella Marley, Jeremy Kleiner, and Dee Dee Gardner and Robert Title, starring as Bob Marley, Mr. Kingsley Ben Adair, Lashana Lynch as Rita Marley, and Jesse Silo. I believe that actor is going to be playing Bob's father. And, so American actors, except that Lashana Lynch is Jamaican. She actually starred in the last James Bond movie, and she's a pretty good actress. I know and she also came in the King Woman, something else, with the Warrior Queen or something like that. You know what I'm talking about. But yes, back to this film here now. Now, some critics that I've heard, some people are dissatisfied that it's American actors and, they should use authentic Jamaican actors and they should have used some of Bob Marley's children and so forth. Now, how I look at it, is that if the Marley family overseen, which they did, Ziggy Marley, Rita and Cedella, and quite a few of them they overseen this movie. They made sure that it's right. They have their hand fully involved in this movie. Because when you're handling a movie like this, you got to be careful. You're dealing with a legend such as a Bob Marley, a one-of-a-kind legend. So you have to know what you're putting out. So the family is heavily involved. And how I look at it, I before the film was released, I had that mindset too, that I think it should be Jamaican actors or maybe one of the Marley son them do it. But when I seen the trailer, I said to myself, you know what, they are presenting this to an American audience. It's being done in America, and I mean, you have to, we don't want to create any confusion around this legend. We don't want any language barrier. So we need to keep it authentic, but at the same time, we have to relate it to the American people for them to understand our star, our legend, Mr. Bob Marley, right? So I don't have an issue with them using American actors. And even though the individual playing Bob Marley he's from England, Mr. Adair. He's from England, and he had played Malcolm X in it was a film that came out on Amazon Prime, and it was depicting the life of Malcolm X, Sam Cooke, Muhammad Ali, and it was about these brothers they were in a hotel after I think Muhammad had a fight, and they were staying in a hotel and for a couple of days, and the film was just based around them just talking about the fight, and Malcolm and Muhammad, basically it was around the time when Muhammad was getting into the Muslim faith, and he was actually having Malcolm kind of guide him. But apart from that, what I seen in that movie, the brother there, Mr. Adair, is a very good actor. Very believable actor. He's the type of person, whatever character he gets, he's going to become, which is what an actor is supposed to do. He's going to become that individual that he's playing the role of. So I have faith in him to know that he'll bring off Bob, right? I know that he's not going to get the accent down 100% because he is not Jamaican, but as long as it's close enough, because you have to have the whole point is this. It's not just about, using authentic Jamaican to play Bob, but you have to make it relatable to a wider audience. You understand me? Because, Jamaican language can get really thick, as we all know, and to a point where many might not understand or they might misquote what has been said. So I think it is very important what they did. It's a very professional move, and I believe if Ziggy Marley and the Marley family approve it, then who are we to say, it's rubbish, So I say, let's give the movie a chance. I'm looking forward to it. And, I'm just looking forward to it, and I believe that, it's going to be great. What I've heard so far is that the movie is not going to be from the cradle to the grave type of movie. It's going to start around the year 1978, around the One Love Peace concert when, the big political war between PNP and JLP, and, Bob put on the big, massive concert that, until this day is a historic concert that was held in 1978 where he brought Michael Manley and Edward Seaga together to show the audience that these are the two men that you are killing yourselves over, and here they are. So it is going to start from around that point of his life and to the point where he had to move to England when he went into exile because, you know, the shooting and, you know, because I mean, there was an assassination attempt. So after the assassination attempt, he had moved to England, him and Rita and so forth, and to be safe. But then he had to come back to Jamaica to perform for the people because things was getting out of control. And there's actually a documentary on Netflix called I Shot the Sheriff, or I Know Who Shot the Sheriff. Very interesting point of view with that film. You should check it out. It's on Netflix. It's surrounded, the story is basically, that documentary is actually based on really just the shooting of and the assassination attempt on Bob's life and Rita's life as well, and also the band members. And Don Taylor, his manager at the time, was a gruesome time, was a very tense time. You know, political matters back in those days in Jamaica was very, very tense. So it's going to be starting around from that time. They're not going to start it really from Bob's life as a youth, as a baby, you know, going to, you know, I think they might have like little snapshots of it, but it's not going to be, they're not going to spend too much time on that part of Bob's life. It's going to be mainly around the time where the assassination attempt had happened, and then he moved to England, and then he had to come back to Jamaica to settle the tension in Jamaica, the political tension. Hence is why the concert was called the One Love Peace Concert, right? And you know, so you know that's what it's gonna be about mainly. And you know, it was an interesting time in Bob's life, and according to what they said, and I think what we know, it was around that time. You know, Bob really faced a lot of challenges around that time. Cancer, he had found out recently around that time that he has cancer and stuff like that, and he was battling it. So it's going to be interesting, you know. So let's wait for it. January 21st, 2024. And, you know, January 12th. January 12th, 2024. Right? So let's wait for it and get to it, man. All right. So that's my point of view on the film. And I hope that you enjoy it, man. Just enjoy it. You know what I mean? Even if you don't, when it comes out and you watch it and it don't 100%, you know, lines up with what you think it, you know, I mean, just enjoy it, you know, I mean, I think they, you know, based on the fact that the family, the Marley family, the franchise itself, overseeing this film, they made sure that it was done to the best of what they believe it could be done. I think we should give it a chance, okay? And we'll leave it there for now. Solid Rock, your host on the Central Coast, Sam G. Like, share, and positively comment and subscribe for the vibe. Hit the notification bell if you'd like to hear when I yell to put you under a musical spell. Tuning out, Solid Rock Entertainment, your host on the Central Coast, Samuel Gardner. Boom!